Hi, this is Arutunyan.
This is Natalia Antonova, and we're the ladies in Putin's Russia. And today we want to just give a brief shout out to Julia Ioffe, a fellow journalist who has returned to the States. And I've been reading what she wrote in The New Republic, and she makes a really nice point that we just wanted to I quote, I won't miss the fact that seemingly every educated professional woman my age happens to also be a single mom. I will miss the fact that there are kids, that kids are a natural part of everyone's life here rather than a special, perfectly planned project. I thought this was brilliant.
All right, okay, wait a minute. I hate to interrupt your little tribute to Julia here, but I was just kind of hoping that as part of today's video segment, you could just be a little more grateful to me. I would just really like some gratitude and some recognition. I could really use some, flowers are okay. Candy would also be fine. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing with you people who have children. Okay, the thing with you people is that you do not express gratitude to child-free people, even though we are the reason that you have toasters. We are the reason that you have space travel, okay? We are the reason that you have iTunes and iPods. I mean, that's fine. We invented the iPod, and the thing is that we are the people who go and hang out in the really cool and awesome places, listen to cool, awesome music, and just do the awesomest, most trendiest new shots from all the different bartenders in town. So then you can drag your sorry little butt, to your neighborhood, chain sushi place, and then drink a knockoff cocktail, all right, while you bemoan your sad, pathetic fate that you have. That you're the sad, pathetic fate of having children and being boring and ugly and fat and worthless and stupid. And did I mention that I listen to cool music? Okay, I just
wait. I have just one question for you. Where's your hipster hat? Where's your hipster hat? You're supposed to be wearing a hipster hat.
Ate the hipster hat. He's
Your
teasing.
Child ate the hipster
I
hat?
actually do have a child as well. I'm a mom as well. We
both
have
We're not
kids.
single, but we have children.
We're not single, but we do have children.
A child.
She has one. I have another. She has a girl. I have a boy. Boys are better, but that's fine. No, I'm totally kidding about that. Totally kidding about that.
Wait a second. So you feel that you're superior to me because you produced a male son?
Well, I'm sure that, if Amanda Marcotte, the feminist I'm currently channeling, did produce a son or a daughter, she would use that as a means of feeling superior.
She'd probably go on about saying, I produced a male son, so therefore I'm...
Well, I don't know what she would do in that sense, but in that instance, but I feel that the thing about this sort of... feminism that Amanda Marcotte espouses, it's not really based on, equality or anything like that. It's mostly based on, I'm really cool and I'm a hipster and I have sex and you other people don't.
You're like an animal who sits at home with your baby and do nothing.
Well, Amanda also makes fun of other people.
God.
She makes fun of Amanda's. I do admire her. She has managed to build a career in trolling people, and this is her trolling her readers in Slate. Of course, this has generated a lot of discussion when she said that people with children need to thank childless people more. I was just kind of wondering. I thought that people with children should be thankful to child-free people. Child-free people should be thankful to us who have reproduced, because we're all members of a society and we all help each other out. Because we all contribute. I think everyone contributes something.
We should be grateful to people who have other experiences that we are not privy to, because that just enriches the human experience.
Because I think Julia's example is perfect. Julia is single. She does not have children, and that she made some very good observations about life in Russia. She did notice the amount of single mothers here. And she, and we could talk about that at length, possibly in another segment. Why do so many marriages break down? I don't know. But also she said that, kids are a natural part of everyone's life here rather than a special, perfectly planned project. And I think there's something to that, because having kids is a more, dare I say it, organic experience in Russia just because people are more casual about it.
There's a lot of problems with it, but I mean, you're right. It's like the reason that this is somehow connected to Russia, as all our segments are or should be, is that there is something to be said about the way women here have, like their experiences about having children and realizing themselves as they put it here. I mean, having a career, balancing that, the hardships that they go through. Because
you don't have a choice here. You work and you have kids.
You don't have a
choice. And you combine that, and guess what? No one asked you, but do you really want to devote yourself to full-time parenting?
You don't have to constantly validate your choice because you're more honest about the fact that you don't really have one.
Yeah. So people like Amanda Marcotte would not get any kind of play here at all, because people like you want me to be thankful to you because you go to concerts. I mean, I also go. Do you also go to concerts?
I go to concerts. We went to Jean-Jacques once and had 2 bottles of wine.
More than once, but we will not dwell on that subject.
Let's not dwell.
Anyway,
on
I think that the point here is that in terms of being thankful, I am thankful to people who are able to make clever observations, such as Julia Ioffe. I think she will be missed here. I mean, didn't always agree with all of her articles about Russia, but I think this point about the fact that kids are not perfectly planned projects is spot on, and it also shows like kind of like a certain lack of a consumer culture. Like in the States, your child is your project. They have to be perfect. They sign up for private school by the time they're like 2 years old or whatever, and you just kind of you keep validating that. You keep writing about it and writing books about it and saying
this is how I chose to parent.
This is how I chose to parent,
and because you didn't choose to parent this way.
And you're always defensive.
Society.
You're always
so sorry.
You're always defensive about having children, and yet you're also constantly on the attack because you've had a child. And I think there's something a little weird about that. I think it's what you get when you have like a very extremely consumer culture. It all comes down to like with Amanda Marcotte. I mean, I thought she was going to raise actual social issues in her piece, and what she was writing about was iTunes and then Netflix, and
We're making this a segment about Amanda Marcotte.
Dear,
we need to move away from that. But what we really want to say, and what we've been saying, is that there's something to be said about looking at the feminine experience in Russia.
In Russia, yeah,
because this was the first country to adopt universal
voting rights.
Voting rights.
We know how that turned out. Abortion was legal in the Soviet Union when it really was not legal anywhere, like in the States or in Britain. There's a paradox
going
here,
on, considering the feminist experience, and let's look into that more.
We will, and in future segments, we will do just that. We have to leave you now. And we're still the ladies in Putin's Russia. Yes, and
we will be for at least the next 6 years.
Let's wait and see. All right, take care. Bye bye.